Teclis. Teclis was the High Lawmaster of the Tower of Hoeth and the greatest living mage amongst the High Elves in the world that was. Teclis is a descendant of Astariel, a past Everqueen, and Aenarion, the first Phoenix King, through their firstborn son Morelion. He is also, therefore, a very distant relative of both Nalakith, Aenarion's second son by Morathi, and Alariel, the current Everqueen, descended from Aenarion's daughter Ivrain, Morelion's twin. Although born twins, Tyrion and Teclis could not have been more different. Where Tyrion grew up tall, proud and strong, Teclis was slight and always sickly. In spite of his awesome magical abilities, he required potions just to maintain his health and suffered a limp that no amount of wizardry could entirely banish. Tyrion became the champion and consort of the Everqueen Alariel, and the greatest living warrior of Ulthuan. Where Tyrion was an extraordinary warrior and general, Teclis made up for his weak body with a strong mind and his prodigious magical abilities. Teclis was also extremely unusual for an Aesir in that he shared the concerns of the wider world outside Ulthuan, and would sometimes lend his magical abilities in defense of the Empire, or even the dwarfs. To Teclis, this was not sentimentality, but pragmatism. While some Aesir were content to leave the rest of the world to its problems, and others, such as Tyrion, were occupied by the ongoing feud with the Dark Elves, Teclis knew that powers great enough to menace other nations of the world would likely become Ulthuan's problem if not stopped early. For this reason, he was active during the Great War against Chaos, becoming a trusted advisor of Magnus the Pious, who later asked him to found the colleges of magic in Altdorf. This made him a semi-legendary figure in the Empire, often written about in history books. Teclis also invented the offshoot of Eltharine, which formed the spell language used by Imperial wizards. Before the end times, Teclis was quite probably the most powerful mage in all the Warhammer world. Even Malekith, the Witch King of Nagaroth, who studied magic at the feet of his fearsome mother Morathi and honed his skills for millennia, was careful not to confront Teclis directly after the Battle of Finuval Plain, where the latter defeated him in a wizard's duel and forced him to withdraw from the field, striking a fatal blow to the Druchis' morale. He also led Gotrek Gurnason and Felix Jaeger through the webway of the Old Ones to the mysterious island of Albion. Teclis played a role in the Storm of Chaos, leading detachments of swordmasters and sea guards to the aid of Middenheim. Teclis managed to destroy an entire demonic army headed by Be'lakor, the Dark Master, with a single spell. However, he played little or no part in the lifting of the siege, due to the taunting of Volkmar the Grim, the Grand Theogenist.